I'm going to go out on a limb. I'm going to tell you things that I'm not supposed to, but I'm going to say it anyway. The directors from Captain America: The Winter Soldier, Joe Russo and Anthony Russo, second and third episode they'll be directing.
And if you had a wish list, just a wish list.
Okay.
I'm not saying that these things are going to happen.
I just got off the phone with him. I just spoke to Joe Johnston, and he wants to do the fourth episode.
Joe will direct the first Captain America.
The first Captain America. And if his schedule works out, that'll be the first 4 directors.
As you can tell, it's a pretty extraordinary group of people. It's going to be an amazing show. It starts in 2015. I think we have just a little bit of time for a couple questions from the audience. Do we have a mic somewhere? I can't see anything. There it is. Oh, look! It's Peggy Carter.
As a female who wants to be a cop, I'm really excited about how accurately Peggy Carter is portrayed in her military role. Is that praise that you got? Were you expecting that? And is that going to influence the show?
I think that's you.
Sorry, say that again. What's going to influence the show?
The accuracy of her military role, because just the way she handles herself is pretty accurate.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we've got a fantastic research team on board just to make sure that every reference that we make is somehow backed up with authenticity, so we know what we're talking about. We've seen a little bit about her military background in the first and second one, and we'll explore that further as we go along. But that's also kind of my job as well, to make sure that I make her as accurate as I possibly can so that she's relatable to modern audiences.
Thank you. Do we have another question? Do we have another Peggy Carter? We do. I think that's all we picked.
I know this show's going to be about Peggy mostly, but I was wondering if Dominic Cooper is going to make a return as Howard Stark, since we're
I speak for everyone here that would be fantastic if that could happen. Next question from, I guess, the next Peggy Carter. This is the best.
It's a question for Tara and Michelle. We've seen Peggy in very male-dominated worlds when she's working and serving. Will there be any other prominent female characters in the series?
We hope so. We actually have plans that we probably couldn't disclose to you, but yeah, I think certainly if you saw the one shot, much of the sort of dramatic tension comes from the fact that she is a woman working in a man's world after the war and after all the men have come home. But there are other women in that world too who are just as powerful, both good and bad, that we hope to see.
I think we have time for one more question and one more Peggy Carter. Oh.
Okay, my question is to Haley. I was wondering how it feels to play such a strong female character, like in a comic universe where it's full of strong male heroes.
Oh, that's a great question. It feels a privilege. It's a very rare opportunity for me, for someone who's been working on stage and in television in the UK, to get a part on the kind of commercial global scale as something like this, as Marvel franchise, to also be portraying a woman who on the page I look up to as well. And when I was a little girl, there were parts like Peggy in lots of films and lots of things that I saw in television that I wanted to aspire to be to. So it's a great kind of huge bonus to be able to play someone that hopefully young women will look up to as role model.